After a 9-year absence from the Caribbean, the RC44 fleet returned for the 44 Cup NANNY CAY in November. The RC44s raced out of their new base in NANNY CAY Resort and Marina, located on the BVI's principal island, Tortola. Sir Francis Drake Channel, immediately south of Tortola, was the race area for the 44 Cup NANNY CAY and is recognized as one of the best sailing venues in the world. For the 44 Cup owners and crews racing in the event, the BVI provided some welcome winter sunshine along with the potential for brisk westerly trade winds. Thanks to its chain of outlying islands providing protection, the sea typically remains flat even when the wind is strong.
Here we are again in the BVI with the RC44 class, or the 44 Cup rather, and couldn't ask for a better place to come and sail, best class in the world. I think you know, beautiful sun, nice sandy beaches, and the drinks are pretty good behind the bar, and a great racing venue. I mean, you look at this course area, surrounded by these beautiful islands. It's definitely one of the best places in the world to come sailing. And the 44 Cup, you know, they're a great boat. They power up quickly in 5 knots, and they're exhilarating to sail in 25. So, you know, you couldn't ask for a better boat to sail in these beautiful conditions here in the Caribbean.
It's a great place to sail here. I've been here like 8-9 years ago. When we were back in Virgin Gorda, that was more a small area, super shifty, but it's a great venue to come here and sail in these waters.
Despite an unpromising forecast, Tortola came good for the opening day. Principal Race Officer Maria Torrijo and her race team from the Royal BVI Yacht Club laid on 3 races, held in 6 to 14 knots of wind. In the first race, Charisma trailed Artemis Racing into the top mark. However, Poons jibed off as the Swedish RC44 held on starboard for longer. As Artemis Racing was caught in traffic, Charisma led into the leeward gate ahead of John Bassadoni's Peninsula Racing. Choosing what turned out to be the favoured left up the second beat, she had extended marginally at the top mark as Artemis Racing and Team Siref Veda fought it out for second place. Charisma cruised home 1 minute 12 seconds ahead of Artemis and Siref, who were separated on the line by a single second. In the next race, the trios starting at the pin and heading left did best, including 44 Cup newcomers Mehmet Taki's WOW team from Turkey. At the top mark, Team Siref Veda led Charisma with Christian Zura's Black Star Sailing team, WOW, and Artemis Racing all fighting for third. In the third and final race of the session, LF Racing started and headed out left, but gained on her long starboard back across the course. This was enough to give her a small advantage at the top mark over Artemis Racing and Charisma, with WOW a worthy fourth. These positions held for the next lap, with Artemis Racing doing everything to prevent a fast-charging Charisma from rolling them at the finish.
It's good to get one out of the starting box. Unfortunately, on the first 2 beats and first 2 races, I did a couple of mistakes that didn't allow the guys to shoot us out of the line. So it made it a lot difficult to the guys to try to catch up, which I think we were able to stay in the groove, like Nika did, and we were able to get back in the game. But obviously when you get a nice start and you're able to shut out of the line, it makes everybody's life a little bit easier on board. So we were very happy. The boat going well. Unfortunately, if I do a little bit too many mistakes, there's nothing even this guy can do to sort them out, you know?
After a lackluster start to their regatta, the 2024 44 Cup leader Vladimir Prosikin's Team Nika bounced back strongly on day 2. This lifted Nika from 7th to 4th place by the halfway stage of the regatta. A solid 2-2-2 scoreline made Team Nika by far the top scoring boat of the day. There were also 2 new individual race winners. In the first race, Christian Zura's Black Star Sailing team prevailed. The second race saw John Bassadoni steer his light blue hulled Peninsula Racing to victory. Like Team Aqua, Peninsula Racing was a brand new RC44 this year, and the team, led by tactician Vasco Vascotto, is gradually working her up to full pace. In the race that Peninsula Racing won, Team Nika had a solid lead coming into the top mark, which she held to the leeward gate. However, Basadoni's team enjoyed a nice lift that allowed them to cross Team Nika coming into the top mark. There was some close match racing on the last run, which allowed Team Nika to gain some separation. But Prosekin's team was unable to gain any leverage from this, and Peninsula Racing crossed the line to score her first bullet of the regatta.
Here in the British Virgin Islands, it's a stunning venue. Water's warm, breeze is shifty and puffy, but it's been interesting racing. Today it's been good, very tricky. We've had big shifts, very fluffy wind, but we've had a good day so far with 2 seconds, and hopefully we have a good last one to put us up the leaderboard after our average day yesterday.
Once again, the Pietro Loro Piana steered Aleph Racing of Hugues Lepic won the last race. This she managed pretty much out of the blocks, charging out to the left after the start and defending well from there all the way to the finish. However, perhaps the most impressive performance so far has been the ever-consistent Artemis Racing. So far, Torbjörn Tornqvist's team has not won a race, but neither have they scored worse than a fourth. Superb consistency shown by ace tactician Hamish Pepper, main sheet trimmer Ian Percy, and the rest of the team.
Tough day as always. We had a couple of problems on the first start. Obviously, I created a little bit of problems during the pre-start of the first race. Second race, I think we executed the plan very well. We did a good start, but the group a little bit upwind from us were able to take a different channel of wind and disappear. But the plan was exactly what Mick was saying me, and we executed on the third race as well. So I think it was a mix between not hitting the boat perfectly from my side and a bit of unluck on a couple of shifts. So on the third race we were not that unlucky and we were able to pull it off. So very happy about it as usual. Tomorrow we're going to try to put a little bit more on the board without waiting the last one to make a big one.
Another tricky day, very shifty. This is pretty classic from the trade wind. Big oscillations, 20-25 degrees oscillation. Our day was good. We didn't start well with the first 2 races. We had a couple of hiccups that didn't click in, but everything came back together on the last race. We had a good start, good speed, and we went to the correct side of the course, so it was good from there on.
After a slow start to the regatta, Chris Bates' Team Aqua came out all guns blazing on Saturday to win the first 2 races of the outing. Out of the start, Team Aqua won the pin with Black Star and Aleph to windward. When Aqua tacked back onto port, they were sufficiently lifted that they managed to squeak in on the starboard ley line in first place, ahead of Nico Poon's Charisma and Christian Zura's Black Star. Bates' team extended down the run, but on the second beat were nearly caught by Pietro Loro Piana's crew on Aleph Racing, who picked up a fabulous right-hand shift. Nonetheless, Team Aqua went on to score their first bullet of the regatta.
Very tricky start because right before the race started, we had some rain come in, the breeze built, and then it started really tapering off after that. We had a really nice start at the pin and managed to keep our nerve all the way around. We tore our chute really badly in the hoist and had to hold off the fast charging a left all the way downwind without actually ripping it completely. So it's a bit of high pressure and quite tense on board for that final run, but we were pleased that we came off on the good side of it.
Clearly with a bit between their teeth, Team Aqua started midline in the second race and was first to tack away. Up the first beat, Team Aqua played the shifts masterfully to lead at the top mark by a comfortable margin over Black Star and Peninsula Racing. Despite Peninsula and Artemis Racing jibing back onto starboard into a left shift, Aqua eventually picked up the same shift to lead into the gate. She then did enough on the second lap to pick up her second bullet of the regatta.
The event so far, it's pretty brilliant, lovely place. It doesn't get more beautiful than this. Very tricky though, as you can see with our 2 results of today from a 9th and a 2nd. Can be quite frustrating. We just need to stay calm and and be patient, because as you can see, anything can happen until the very end. But yeah, we're doing okay. A bit frustrated with the first one today, but same with yesterday. Again, there were a lot of snakes and ladders, but all in all, really cool.
You know, the day is very challenging and conditions are so shifty. There are some clouds that are crossing the racing area, and you need to figure out if you are in phase or not. Sometimes you think that you are in phase, but then there is other 20 degrees on the same side, and that's the problem. So it's tough. We need to be consistent. We have a very bad first race. We have a very good second one. Let's try to finish with a good third one, and that means that will be suddenly a very good day.
In the third race, Team Aqua again was in good shape coming into the top mark, as several in the fleet were overstood on the starboard ley line. A much tighter top mark rounding saw her overlapped with LF Racing and Team Nika. Ultimately, LF Racing nosed ahead onto the run and went on to win the final race of the day for a third consecutive time. Going into the final three races of the regatta, the leaderboard was tight, with Charisma leading on 34, LF Racing on 36, Artemis Racing on 38, Team Nika on 39, and any of the top 7 still able to win. Despite being close at the outset, back-to-back wins in the first 2 races earned overall victory for LF Racing. Sealed with a third place in the final race, the French team, steered by Pietro Loro Piana, finished 8 points ahead of Charisma. While LF Racing has won a 44 Cup event before, this was the first time for Loro Piana.
Can't describe how happy I am, guys. The teams have done an amazing job. Today I think was our best day in the water, so can't ask for anything more. Very happy about it. The entire fleet didn't make it easy on us, I have to say. Besides the beauty of the boat, every single owner, every single boat was today out there to win it, and we're very happy. I still have to realize what we have done, but great day and very happy with the results.
Today was a great day. We came out with a very positive attitude, and we started the day very well with a win, and then that took us to the second win, and then just pressure releasing, and the momentum kept going, and we did a great job of finishing super strong. Very happy of the team. They did a flawless job, so everything good.
A special mention also for Chris Bates' Team Aqua, which after their exceptional Saturday were once again in the hunt, posting a 2-4-1 on the final day. Meanwhile, Team Nika squeaked onto the podium, tied with Igor Lars' Team Siref Vader, just 1 point ahead of Peninsula Racing. Aside from the LF Racing team, happiest crew of the evening were Vladimir Prosikin, Tactician Mikasha, and Team Nika, overall winners of the 2024 edition of the 44 Cup.
It was a tough week. We had tricky conditions and probably wasn't on my best form this week, and the guys pulled me through, so we definitely did it the hard way, but we're super happy. We had a really good season, taking the Worlds and the overall season, so we couldn't be happier despite today. But yeah, it was certainly hard work, but yeah, great class, super tough competition, and we're very happy.
The 44 Cup returns to NANNY CAY Tortola in the British Virgin Islands this February for the start of the 2025 racing season.